Dear God. In all of my years of playing free games on Steam, I think I might have found the one. The one that's just so off, so weird, and just the right amount of strange.
It makes your booty clench.
This dollar store ripoff of Temple Run mixed with the 99-cent store ripoff of The Office fails to capitalize on what makes Temple Run so fun, and at the same time, also is one of the weirdest things I've ever experienced. Well, let's start this shit. The first thing you do is create a new profile, and you choose between the characters.
You serious?
Alright, you'll do. After choosing our most suitable character, it was time to go to the settings and make sure they were all nice and dandy. Wait, really? That's all you're giving me for gameplay? It's all good though, because at least we have our FOV slider to basically beat the game before we've even played it. Yeah, I don't think it was that easy. The next order of business was to get my Purple Heart Award medal for taking down this god-forsaken audio that's playing through my eardrums. That's a lot better. Thanks, past me. I noticed that the keybinds were a little weird for the keyboard, but nothing as god-awful as the controls I saw for the gamepad. So with that fresh out of my mind, I decided to try my first game of Office Run. Office Run is exactly the kind of game you think it is, so the gameplay is not really a shock. But what is a shock is just how much shit is on your screen at one time. I genuinely don't know what I'm supposed to get and why there's items on the bottom as well as on the track. I mean, we've got these different things we can hit with the keyboards, and also what the fuck is going on there? They really made a Temple Run clone with a fucking energy bar? Since you have a finite amount of energy to get through the level, you're basically hurtling yourself as far forward as possible, while also trying to get energy, while also trying to get items, while also trying to avoid obstacles. God, what a clusterfuck of a game this is becoming. You can actually replenish your energy in-game by pressing the Q key, which replenishes 80% of your energy automatically. These limited items are way more effective than the items that you get on the track. Well, except for the fact that you can literally get those exact same items on the track. It just really makes me wonder why I'm trying to stick my neck out for that one particular item when I know that in reality all the items at the bottom of my screen are the ones that do all the work. Aside from power-ups in the game, you can also power yourself up outside of the game. When you run a certain amount of distance, you will get promoted and your position in the office will go up. This will allow you to purchase things like upgrade points, as well as giving you coins to purchase items in the item shop, as well as upgrading your skills, which we'll talk about later. The upgrades seem kind of basic and don't require that many upgrade points to get, and honestly, this is where my first set of questions comes into play. Like, why is it that we're upgrading stamina just so that it can deplete slower? What kind of fucking sense does that make? And boy, do you not want to hear me get started on this goddamn son of a bitch inventory upgrade. This game has you spend your coins on the items on the bottom of your screen, except you are only limited to 10 fucking items! This game seems to limit you at almost every turn. Instead of wanting you to go as far as possible, the game's trying to hold you back, and slowly but surely you can get your way to the point where you can actually make it to 1,000+ meters, or however far you want to go in this godforsaken shithole of a game. It's the complete opposite point of what these kind of games are supposed to be. Not to mention the fact that you can already get these items on the track as you progress through the track. It's like, what is even the point of buying these and limiting your inventory when you just get them on the track anyway? Like, what sense does it make? Not to mention, once you do get all the upgrades and get your 50 total item inventory, all you're going to really be spending it on are the energy cells anyway, because that's what you need to get to the end of the game in the first place. I get that the game isn't supposed to be easy and just beaten right away with infinite items, but at least make them more expensive so it feels like you have to work to get them. Like, honestly, if you just put zeros in front of all of these items here, 250, 500, 1000, 2000, then it would make sense to grind the game to actually get those power-ups, and then not limit them to 10. Making them more expensive would just mean that you'd have to play the game more, instead of being limited on your items and then being forced to get small runs until you eventually play the game more and level up. Wait, that's the whole point of this game, isn't it? God fucking damn it. Well, now that my head was firmly planted back on my head and out of my innermost taint region, I was ready to continue. And I got my first upgrade achievement. Nice. I also went to the settings and realized one horrible thing. The fucking motion blur was all the way up to epic. Oh God, those two words do not go together. I successfully banished motion blur's ass to the Shadow Realm and continued on with my gaming. Overall, this game is designed to get easier the more you play it, and what the fuck? Basically, the more upgrades and skills you buy, the easier the game becomes. And this is a premise that I'm fine with. It's basically how Temple Run is. The problem is the way Office Run executes it. You see, I would rather have the coins just be spent on the skill tree upgrades, and have the upgrade points just for upgrades, and items only left on the track. And that includes the energy bars that bring you up to 80%. Basically, I don't want to have to use my coins to buy a limited inventory of the items in the bottom. I'd rather have those items solely on the track and not have you be able to purchase them. Thank God this game doesn't dive into the scummy, degenerate microtransaction territory of having you buy these power-ups for pennies on the dollar, but I mean, still, you could just totally make this game better if you just leave all of the items on the track and then leave all of the spending to the upgrades and skills. It makes the game more basic, but also makes the game easier to grind. Essentially, making this game not like Temple Run is not improving the gameplay at all. In this run, I do fairly okay. 138 was my second highest score. And at this point, I just kind of realized this is basically as good as the game is going to get. Yeah, sure, I can upgrade and get more skills, but I've already basically solved the premise of this game. And honestly, all I have to really do is explore the rest of this game's items and check out the skill tree. That's right, skill tree, let's go! The skills tree is the best part about the game, and honestly, I don't see any reason why I should spend my money on items when, realistically, the gameplay would benefit a lot better from upgrading skills. You can upgrade your skills 3 times, and it does take a lot of coin to upgrade all those skills, so that's probably where most of the grind goes to in this game. One thing I find interesting about the quality of life of this game is that there's just random tips that are constantly being spammed at the bottom of your screen. And it's also really weird because there's a main menu that has a how to play section, and these aren't in that section of the menu. I wish I was kidding, but sometimes I literally have to look at the bottom of my screen for a couple seconds just to see the hint that I was looking for. And it's just such a weird thing in this game. I mean, I don't know. Okay, you know what? I can't do this. I can't. I gotta stop. This video's already 10 minutes, guys. I'm too deep in the rabbit hole. I gotta keep going. I gotta stop playing this game, but I also can't. So if you guys want a part 2, you better like the goddamn video, because I gotta tell you something. If the more I gotta play this game, the more I gotta drink, the more I gotta smoke, because I just can't deal with this shit without your guys' slight moral support, and my supply of contraband has to be supplied. So if you want this video to go to a part 2, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.